Hi everyone, Jon Mitchell here, Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. So a few things to touch on this week. First, I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the gun violence that we've seen in certain parts of the city. It's been focused primarily in and around the Ben Rose and Blue Meadows housing developments, and it is something that's been concerning because it just seemed to have happened out of the blue. It's not random. There are beefs between two groups, and there's been a cycle of retaliation along the way. The police are on it. The police are going out into the neighborhood, reaching out to specific individuals. They're beefing up patrols. We're working with the DA's office to ensure that there's a lot of focus on folks who may have violated a warrant or otherwise might need to be picked up. There's a lot of effort going into it. We've been effective over the years at reducing the amount of gun violence in the city, but we really need to keep the lid on it, and so that's what we're doing right now, just ensuring that there's consistent follow-up so that we don't have a larger flare-up. But I just wanted to, people have been asking about that. I want to make sure that folks understood that this is a major focus of our attention. The second thing I want to talk about is the All Hazards Mitigation Plan hearings that will happen in the city over the next couple of weeks. As we have seen, as so many other places around the world have seen, storms becoming more frequent. Becoming more frequent. We're seeing flooding in lots of different places, and just a greater volatility in our normal weather patterns. So we're doing something about it. We're ensuring that we get out ahead of these threats while we can. As we are seeing rising sea levels. That's been no mistake. Anybody who looks at our beaches over the years can notice that. But we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to avoid flooding, and if we do get flooding, to reduce it as quickly as possible and keep everybody safe. Our city's Office of Resilience is heading up these efforts. So if you go on the city's website, you'll see that we're doing meetings in every ward over the next couple of weeks, and you'll see opportunities where you can weigh in and just tell us what you think about where the risks are and what activities the city should be heading up. The last thing I wanted to touch on is this year's CIP, the Capital Improvement Plan. Every year the city puts forward, my administration puts forward to the City Council a spending plan for larger capital expenses, repairs, right? And they range from fixing buildings to new roads to a number of other things. This year, again, we've made a priority on road reconstruction. It's just to my mind, very important that we catch up from all the years in which the city had not been investing in roads. The good news is that we've been keeping up, and this week the City Council voted 8-2 to move forward with my plan. I want to thank the councilors who supported it for doing that. We do need to continue to invest in our roadways so we can get caught back up to a point that meets the public's expectations. That we're not there yet, but we still have a ways to go, but we're getting there, and we need to just continue at it. That's been the weekly update this week. We'll see you next week.
$150 over $90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.